with Teaquilts, and today is Saturday, June what? Let's see, June 11th, and it is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here to do live sew and chat. I don't know how much sewing I'm going to be doing today because my brain is totally elsewhere with retreat that's coming up. But I'm here, I'm showing up, and we're going to talk about things about next week's schedule because it's going to be a mess because of retreat as well. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do lives next week, so we'll talk about that as well. But let me pull you all up on my phone so I can read your comments. I may have to plug this phone up before the night is over. Let's see.
Welcome to Rebag.
Okay. Live chats. Pull this up here for. Oops. I must have moved this. It's not in the right spot. Okay. Try that. It's been one of those days, guys. Okay. Betsy is in here saying happy Saturday, trying to machine sew hems on 2 formals tonight. Good evening to all. Betsy. Oh, she says it's Layton, not Layton. Okay, Layton. Okay, thank you, Betsy. Roberta Benson, this is my new motto. Yes, she's talking about the thumbnail. Brenda Foley says, hey, T and friends. Laura Miller says, good evening, T and everyone. Sandy Agger, hello, T Quilters. T Quilters, this is a good day to be together. Yes. Caller 4, good evening, T and everyone. Happy Saturday from sunny Southern California. Excited about coming to T Quilts Retreat. Yes, I am too, and I can't wait for it to start so I don't have to worry about any more changes. I am wanting this now to be done. It's getting close to D-Day, so I'm getting a little bit more antsy emails, and not necessarily from the retreaters, but I also have bus trip people, and so I've got people from outside of retreat that are also contacting me. So yeah, it's a lot. Sewing with Luane is here. Hello. Luane says, hey, T and gang. I am here, but going to stay in the background as eating my sorrows away. Hope you feel better. I hope nothing serious is going on. Deanne Palmer says, greetings from Hot Zona. You know what? It's going to feel like Hot Zona here for them retreaters this year. Bonita Nance was all worried last week because we had cool weather and it was raining, and we were talking about, that I had to cut my heat back on last week, and I told her, hang around St. Louis for a minute. It's going to change. And lo and behold, we're going to have 100 degrees on Tuesday, okay? So the great thing is most of the people don't have to do any walking like that are being picked up. But if you're driving, you will eventually have to park your car on a side parking lot. So you'll have a little chunk of a walk in 100-degree weather on Tuesday. So be prepared. Might want to have a hat or something. May not be a bad idea to wear a baseball cap or bring a sun hat or something when you're going to Missouri Star, because it's going to be some walking around to do. And I just sent an email, and I meant to put some of that stuff in there. So I guess I'll be resending an email saying that it was my last email to retreaters. But that's what happens when I'm sending stuff at the last minute when I should be doing something else. So I do have a couple other things I wanted to tell people, and I can't even remember if I put them in there. I really don't recall doing that. So I will be going back through that. We've got Jody Dude saying hello. Hello, Jody. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel as well, or welcome to a live chat anyway. Colette Stark says hello, T, quilters and crafters. Vivian Calvey, hi, T and everyone. Teresa McCormick, good evening, Miss T and everyone. Glad to be with you. Tucker Sewing and Quilting is here. Hey, T and everyone. Happy last live before retreat. Woo woo. Yes. Um, I'm so looking forward to it. I was wondering if you were already on the road, sir. I was like, I don't know if Tucker and them have started their cross country adventures or not, but that's pretty cool. Looking forward to meeting you Wednesday. Deanne says, love your comic on this live. Girl, I better keep laughing because I'll uh, fall out from exhaustion at this point. I've been trying to do so much, but I have been still making myself take even hours where I just say, I'm not going to answer any emails. I'm going to just sit here and chill because I feel like that's the mode that I'm in at that point. When I decide to sit down, I do make myself sit down and do absolutely nothing to save my own sanity. I think people still forget that it's just one of me and it's a whole lot of, at least 45 of you all out there. Plus, I'm trying to find replacements for last minute retreat cancellations, trying to help people get some of their money back from retreat. So it's a lot that I have been doing and talking to a lot of people. And then when I call some people trying to get them to come to retreat, um, it turns into an hour long or longer conversation because some people you haven't seen in person since the COVID pandemic started. And so then it's like we're just talking. And I'm looking at my screen with all of these color changes. It keeps going brighter and darker. I don't know what's going on with it, but hey, we're here. um, Sandy says, very cute hair, T. Thanks. Yeah. I just retwisted my hair. I thought I was going to have my hair down next week, but St. Louis don't play with humidity. So it just might be this way through retreat. I thought I was going to have my hair in a twist out for next week. That's why I twisted it up this week. But we'll see what I end up with. It depends on if we're going outside and what we're going to be doing. So if I'm outside, I'm not going to be worrying about this hair. St. Louis don't play when it comes to humidity. And if we're going to have 100 degrees outside, you already know some humidity is coming with that. So, but thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Darcy is here reminding people to hit the thumbs up when you first get here so you don't forget on your way out. But she's going to remind you numerous times while you're in here and on your way out. So thank you, Darcy. She also says hi, T, and all Teaquilters. Judy says hello, T, and everyone. Janice Miller, hello, T, and everyone. Just checking in and working on odds and ends. Yes, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm trying to check off final things off my list. Stephanie, Memoirs of a Longhorn Quilter, says, hey, T, and everyone. Claudette Bettis, hello, T, and everyone. Marianne Ann, hi, everyone. Hope you're having a good night. Francis Jackson also saying hi, T, and everyone. Just finished oiling my featherweight, getting it ready for a charity quiltathon. Now, that's pretty cool. And then sometimes when you pull out these machines, they become the focus of attention. So many people are just amazed that these machines still exist and are still functioning. So that's pretty cool. Maria Quarterman saying hello, everyone. Colleen is saying hello, T, and everyone. Darlene Crosby says, hey, T and quilter friends. Wash your hands. Hello, everyone. I hope we're all having a wonderful weekend. Roberta Benson, hello from Auburn, Washington. And let's see. Trying to get through some of the comments where you all are talking to each other. And Sue GSD, I'm about to slap her right now. She talking about, it's official. Last live till retreat, 3 days. And that means T has 2 days because I got Sunday and Monday. I don't have any prep time available to me on Tuesday. So whatever I got to have done, I got to have it done by Monday, 10 p.m. or something like that. You know, that's it. So starting to feel the pressure a little bit because I still got some things I got to do. So, yeah, we'll see. Darlene Crosby here. Welcome, everybody joining. Please give T a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell, and answer questions to join a Facebook group where you can share your projects. Yes, so I do have a Facebook group. If you're joining the Facebook group, I have 3 questions that I ask just to make sure that you're not a spammer trying to get into my group. And so if you don't answer those questions, I just either delete you or, and sometimes people have their pages locked down, so I can't verify who you are. And so I have to decline membership at that point. If you're not a member, sometimes I see Tiffany is coming here. If you're a member of Tiffany's group and you didn't answer the questions, then I might go ahead and let you in because I figure Tiffany has done something to make sure that you're okay, or you would have been kicked out if you had done anything. But for the most part, I'm trying to make sure that people answer those questions. And Tiffany is saying, hello, Mrs. T and friends. Hey, Tiffany. And I just saw your video where you were in the pool. I don't know when you did that, but that was really cute. You look like you're gaining strength, too. It looks really good. So that was fun to watch. And you weren't in here, what was that, Wednesday, I guess, because today is Saturday. They're starting to run into each other. And I used a lot of the measurements and things from your crossbody bag that you did. Um, so that was pretty fun. I didn't do it live. I just showed it. And what else? Shirley Peters saying hello, everyone. Kayla saying hello, everyone, listening as I cook dinner. Leetta Bryant here saying hi, T and Teaquilters. Caller 4T, I know it's going to be fun and wonderful experience. I appreciate you for all you are doing and have done. Thank you for everything. And you are so welcome. This is just part of my nature. And until it's over, I'm always going to find something else that I can try to do or make it better. So it's like I would almost wish that retreat was here tomorrow and whatever is not done just isn't done, and keep it moving. But I got 2 more days to figure out what it is that I can do in 2 more days. And so that's what I'm doing. So since I've noticed that I've got a lot of the retreaters in here tonight. I know I've seen at least 5 of y'all. I'm just going to go ahead and give you a couple of recommendations that I would recommend. And because I think I forgot to put them in that email. I just sent an email out and said I was going to tell you a few other things. And I don't think I put the few other things in there because I don't remember. But we're at a retreat center where every person has one towel. Bath towel, hand towel, washcloth. And they don't change those towels out. Now, normally in the past, I've only stayed at this facility 2 nights. I've never stayed 5 nights. If I were you, I would bring myself some towels so that you can have some towels, because I don't use towels for 5 days. So I'm just letting you know that, just in case. It's always best to be safe than sorry. And it was one other thing I wanted to tell you all. I had some roommate changes. That's why I sent the email out. And then it was like 2 other things I wanted to tell you all. And then I can't remember the other one. There's so much in here. I think I'm ready for a retreat now. So it is Jody's first time here. She's from Enterprise, Alabama. So welcome. My family is from Birmingham, Alabama, or the outskirts of Birmingham, shall we say. Little town off of Birmingham. Dorsey says, I would love to come to retreat, but it would have been hard since I don't drive. If T have another one, I'm going to talk to my husband about transportation. Yeah. And I fully understand that when you're getting cancellations like a week before retreat, it's very difficult for working people, number one, to change their schedules. I still don't understand this color changing. But working people and then people that are maybe watching their grandchildren, all of that stuff is part of that. And so I fully understand why somebody couldn't uproot their life in less than a week for 5 days. That's a long time. Plus, my retreat is, you're going home on the Sunday before. It's still doing it. I don't know why it's doing that. But you're going home the Sunday before, the Sunday of Father's Day. So that's an issue too, that it is Father's Day. So, but at least retreat, we're actually packing up, going back home. You'll be home on Father's Day. But I don't know if all of your flights will make you back home or your transportations will get you back home. But at least you're going back home towards that time. So I do fully understand that. I had not even thought about Father's Day when I set this up. I just was picking. I always have certain weekends that are open for me. Second weekends of the month are always closed. Fourth are always closed. I only have the first and third. And then Kevin and I are now doing lives on the third weekend for the 4-star general. And again, for June, that is going to be canceled because at 12 noon, I will be eating lunch with the Teaquilters in the cafeteria. So we know for sure we won't be here next Saturday at noon. While we're on this topic, miss, we'll talk about next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I will be on a bus coming home from visiting Missouri Star. I have a chartered bus that I've rented. We've got 28 people at retreat still to this minute, at this minute. And so we got 28 plus another 23 or so, maybe 22 or so non-retreaters that are also going to be on the bus with us. So we have somewhere around 42 to 44 people going to be on a chartered bus going to Missouri Star. So we've got, I'll be coming home on that. So I will not be available at 7. I know where I'll be at 7 on Wednesday. And then Saturday night will be not probably a live either, because that's going to be our live when I'm going to be taping the show and tell what people worked on. If people want to share what they purchased, they can do that as well. So I probably will not be live next Saturday. However, if I get a chance somewhere during the week to come live on another day, maybe even Tuesday, just showing you a brief of what's going on at retreat, if people don't mind being put on film. So we'll see. I may just come live to you and it'll just be me with a different background. So I'm going to try to come live at some point of retreat. I'm just not sure when those are going to happen. Maybe I might walk around Missouri Star. Maybe I'm not going to start. I may just start talking as soon as I go live, show you just some clips of Missouri Star or something that's going on at Missouri Star or something like that. But I will not, I don't have any agenda for next week of when I will go live. So that's kind of what's going on. Okay, so let me go back and read more comments now. Deborah Quilts, hello TM fellow quilters, 3 days before retreat. Joe Carmel Perkins saying hi to everyone. I'm off work till after retreat. Yay, girl, you the hardest working person. I know. She trying to get everything in before while she at work doing her desk work, her paperwork. So yes, girl, good for you. Kevin the Quilter, that's right, my good friend, Miss T. Evening to all T Quilters, busy preparing for my very first retreat and gotta lock up the chicken soon. So he's saying he's got to go back out. You know, the chickens, they go by daybreak to sundown, sun up, sundown. So that's what he's doing. Lietta, oh, she's talking to somebody else. Joe Carmel says, I'm excited to meet you all in 3 days. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I still think, I don't know everybody personally that's coming to retreat, of course. I've met some of them in person, but I haven't met everybody, just mostly talking through YouTube chats or Zooms. And Zooms, you kind of feel like you know people because not only do they see me, I can see some of them. So that's why I like doing the Zooms, because we get to actually, I get to put a face to a name. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, Tiffany. She's also given you all links for the Facebook group, asking you all to answer the 3 questions. Paula says, T, do we need to bring 10 jelly roll strips or for it or more? I'm just saying 10 because we're going to play a game. You may or may not end up with your jelly rolls. So just 10. You don't need a whole jelly roll. You can just cut 10 random strips. They can even be the same fabrics. It can be different fabrics, because you never know who's going to end up with your fabric in the end, or if you're going to have somebody else's fabric. So it's going to be a lot of people ain't going to have any fabric. So Just 10. It doesn't matter. We're just wanting everybody to have 2.5-inch strips. So whoever do win, if they have enough, they can make a quilt with them or not. So that's what's going on with that. Cheryl Randall, good evening, everyone, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, hello, Cheryl, and welcome to the channel, I think, and also to a live chat. Appreciate you popping in here to say hi to us. Janet Macros here saying hello, tea and quilters. And oh God, I can't stand Kevin. Here he go. He is in love with certain Miss USA people. Oh my God. Bonita Nance is here saying, hey, Miss T and everyone. Cool girl. Hi, T and everyone. Just listening tonight. Jocoma Perkins says she's bringing towels, sheets, and pillowcases. I always bring, well, because I do it when I travel. I'm just telling you, I could care less about clothes sometimes. So even when I have, now if I'm going abroad, I'll just bring a pillowcase. But I normally take my own pillow, my own quilt. I have all of that in my suitcase with my clothes. I don't care about changing shoes 15,000 times. I got to have my quilt, no matter where I go. I have that quilt though. I mean, I have the pillow, but I have a pillowcase. But yeah, I'm always traveling with stuff like that. And Lorraine talking about retreat sewing idea. Make towels and pillowcases. You're gonna do what, or washcloth. You're gonna do what you need to do. We're not in a rural area because sometimes we go on retreats and we're kind of in rural areas and it's inconvenient to try to find like a Walmart, like one of your discount stores to go buy cheaper items from, because sometimes you buy things when you're on vacation, they're not going to fit back in your suitcase and it doesn't pay to ship stuff back. So you tend to just throw stuff away. So when I travel, I don't even take my good towels. I just take the cruddy stuff just in case I leave something. I won't be crying about, oh my God, I left my towels. So I always take some, and I take something of color. I don't normally use color towels too much. But when I travel, I do take color towels just so that they're not the same color as the hotel white towels. So I've only seen white towels and cream whenever I'm in hotels. And most of them use white so that they can go ahead and use the bleach and stuff. So, but I do try to bring my own stuff when I'm traveling. Kevin talking about, remember, no live this coming Wednesday while Miss T retreats with us all. Right, I'll be on a bus. I'm hoping it'll be dark, okay? Well, 7 o'clock, it may not be dark. I can't even see out this window. I closed this window up because, you have changing neighbors. I used to have half of it open so I could get to the shade and let the shade up and down and let some daylight in. But I haven't had this window open now in over a year. You have changing neighbors, and I just don't want them to see the light coming in, any daylight, because the sun hits the back of my house right here. And so I didn't want them to be looking in here when I'm in here in the evening hours. So I had it closed. But yeah, I think it's getting dark. Okay, it's not light outside. It's almost dusk, so it's gonna be like 7:30ish to 8 that it'll be. But so I still won't be available. I'll be on a bus with probably some kind of movie going. I'm thinking about playing Downton Abbey series. I don't know, because it's something that it's a lot of it, and so if somebody want to watch it from start to finish, here's your opportunity. And Carla's edging Kevin out, talking about Austin Kevin. Busy getting work stuff done so they don't bug me while I'm at retreat. Right. And I know it's going to be some people that they still going to contact. I had this one girl, her job calls her all the time. I said, girl, you don't make enough money for how many hours they call you. You on call 24/7. That's too much. You can't even take vacation. And Kevin thanking God he don't bring his job home with him. Carla talking about she going deep undercover. Oh my God. Cynthia Shades here saying good evening from Chicago. Hey, Cynthia. Sharon Lewis saying hi, Tea and Quilters. Hi, Sharon. And Sandy says, I'm so happy for all of you all going to retreat. I wasn't able to, due to health, to attend, but I will be praying for all of you all for safety and good health and great joy and laughs. Yes. And Sandy had to cancel. She was on my list as an original participant. And I guess she had to fall out of that. So but that was a while ago. She's not one of the more recent people that had to cancel. But I was really, really sad when I got her news that she wasn't going to attend. So, but next time, we're praying for next time. Kathleen Chimp says, hi, T, listening, laughing out loud. Sale is on Charger. Yes. I'm never going to get through these. Kevin, he's a mess. He's just a mess. Yeah. And Deanne says, just FYI, it's 113 degrees where she is right now. Shaquita Pearson is here. Hey, Shaquita. She says, hey, T and Miss T and everyone. Erlene Butler, hey, T and all quilters. Sue, otherwise known as the dog towels. Yes, exactly. Because it's the towels that I know that they're not quite ready to be go to the dogs. Like when I used to wash do the dog or my car, those are the type of towels. But it's like right before they get to go to that, those are the ones I travel. I take when I travel because I'm not trying to take anything that I'm gonna cry about. I got some good towels and I don't want to leave them somewhere. So. And I've been known to leave a towel or two if it was wet, depending on how long. Like if I was driving and I didn't have anywhere to hang the towel so it could dry, because you got to use a towel the day you leave places. And if I didn't have a place where I can put a wet towel, I just go ahead and leave that towel. Just go ahead and toss it. So I'm not upset if I have my good stuff. Carla says I'm going to be loaded up. Right. This is not hotel. When you go on retreats, especially for people that have been on their first retreats, they don't fully understand that this is not hotel accommodations. You can't just call down to the desk talking about, can I get a set of towels? Nope. They clean up before you come and they clean up after you leave. And that's kind of it. And you have to do your own sheets and towels. They have on your checkout day, they put bins in the aisle for you to put your bed sheets and your towels into these bins, and then they just have staff that come by and pick them up afterwards and go do major laundry. So it's a little bit different on quilt retreats, what happened as compared to when you're staying in a hotel. And I guess I wasn't very clear about that. So, and that probably was the other thing I wanted to tell people, is that you got to do the sheets, the bedding. That's the thing. But I can tell that at the retreat center. Let's see. The Quilting Lady Fabric and Quilting Store says hi, T. Hello to you. I'm getting email notifications. And they're not supposed to be on my watch. I had taken them off because I get too many emails for me to be getting notifications like that. Mary says hi. It's so kind. It's kind of yellow here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this light where it keeps going in and out. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's my blue shirt or what doing this, but I've worn blue before. So I don't understand what's going on with this light. And none of my lights are like dimming on me. So I tried re-angling lights to see if it was the angle of the lights, but I don't have any idea why this screen is doing what it's doing, but I see it. So I have no idea. Don Cunningham saying, hello, everybody. Running late tonight. Hi, Don. Remo JS saying hello, Mrs. T, Miss T and Quilters, thumbs up, and please keep my dad in prayer. Yes, been hearing some things from my friends, so stuff is going on in the world again. I've had a friend had to cancel some stuff because her husband's father is having some issues. So prayers for you and your family, Remo. Hope everything turns out for the plus. Teresa Louise, I quilt too. Hey, Teresa. She says hello, T and quilting friends. My niece is here, reminding everybody to thumbs up, saying hello, everyone. Tiffany saying, I wish I can go on retreats. Got to get over my issue of being away from home. Yeah, Eric did a good job of getting you out once, but yeah, it's a lot if you haven't done it, and then to do that, I can understand the anxiety, but girl, I would be nuts if I couldn't get out at some point. I do like trips, but I am a homebody. Most people that sew, you realize you are a homebody because you can't sew if you're away from home because you can't take your machine unless you're doing all handwork. And even though I could do handwork, that's not something that I enjoy first. So I have to be at home to get some electricity so I can sew. So that's what's going on with that. So most of us are homebodies. Um, what else do we have? Um, Delia Shorts here saying hi, T and everyone. Hi, Delia. And a lot of hotels don't change sheets or clean up till you check out. May give clean towels if asked for them. If you ask for clean sheets, you can get sheets when you go into. I have a friend I travel with, and she don't even look at the sheets. Soon as she get in the room, she calls the hotel and she says, "Can I get a change of sheets, please?" And they come right up and change her sheets. She'll sleep on them sheets one night. The next day, she'll ask for a change of sheets. she just she just don't trust that they're going to change them because sometimes you don't know if these staff are changing these type of things. So that's why I take my own quilt. I Lysol the bed down and then I put my quilt on top. I don't even undo I do take their quilt off, but I don't take their sheets off, but I don't use the sheets. I'm in a roll in my quilt on the bed, okay? Deborah Holloway saying hi, TNT Quilters. I made it. Yes. Hey. A lot of comments. I'm not sure where the bottom is. Judy Plaster saying hello, everyone. Have a good evening. Kayla's here. Vila says I put my out of office. I will not be responding to email until I am back in the office. Good for you. I remember when I was working, I was a supervisor of 5 employees, and they set me up with a laptop and all this kind of stuff. And then it was like, I'm like, why do I have a laptop? Am I going to get paid for working from home, or are you going to give me comparable hours if I'm at home working 2 hours after work? And they were talking about, no, I brought that laptop home, and I opened that laptop up once a month so that I could redo the email because you had to keep your password up to date every month. They made you change it. So I would do that once a month. Otherwise, I didn't open that laptop. I'm like, y'all crazy. You don't pay me enough for that. I was a salaried employee. I wasn't somebody that just got paid a set amount of money every month, no matter how many hours you work, because they didn't up my pay for that. I was paid by the hour, and so they wanted to treat me like I was salaried. Uh-uh. You can't. You only gonna get these 40 hours out of me at this rate. Laura Austin says, hello, Miss T. Happy to catch you live. Thought you were at retreat. Retreat's starting on Tuesday. And Leisha Moe is here saying, hi, T and everyone. I'm a little late, but I made it, and thumbs up. So welcome, Leisha. Scrunchion says, evening tea and all quilt lovers. I'm coming in late. Oh, and Mary says that she doesn't use hotel sheets since Marty got bed bugs once. And I do check that. I do check you. Mostly they're going to be right around the headboard area, so I'll pull back right there and look. But other than I have never experienced it myself per se, so I've been very lucky with that, I guess. Sue is also reminding people to hit the thumbs up, so thank you. Let's see. I do same thing. I made a mistake and had a black light, checked out, demanding my money back. Girl, we have been to places because you know when you have late arrivals, they tell you that you can't get a refund on your thing. And we have pulled up to hotels. Got to remember, I did line dancing a lot. And with line dancing, we went to a lot of different cities. And some of the people planning the events, they would try to get like reasonable hotel accommodations. I'm not one of those people that are looking for reasonable hotel accommodations. If you got 3 and 4 people in a room on a trip and y'all can't afford to pay for a Marriott or at least a Holiday Inn, um, Hampton Inn. I don't want to be staying in some off kilter name, Comfort Inn Suites. What is that? It's not Comfort Inn even. It's Comfort Inn. I'm like, what the heck is this? So we get up there and we already knew by the facade because they had duct tape on the facade that we weren't gonna stay at this hotel, but we had to get our money back because it was 8 o'clock. So we go in there and we check into this hotel. It's me, my daughter, my niece, and one other line dancer was traveling with us. So we check in like we gonna stay, but we didn't even take any luggage out, okay? We already knew. We just wanted our money back. So we check in. We go up to the room and true to scale, they got mold and mildew everywhere. And that's too, my daughter is asthmatic and she has sinus allergies like I do. And my allergies are mold and mildew. So girl, we went into that room, had a good laugh, and then we backed up out of there before we got sick. And went back down there and told them that we can't stay at this hotel due to all the mold. We took pictures of it and stuff and took it back. Oh, really? You know, like they don't know they got mold. Okay, come on. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only way you can get your money back when you have a late check-in. Otherwise, they're just going to put it on whoever's charge card reserved that room if you don't do something. You got to check in and then check back out. So that's kind of what we did. And then we have to go find another hotel. So now we just driving around trying to find another hotel. So, yeah, I don't need to be in a cheap hotel because I don't like it. Especially when you're in a place too that you don't even know where you are. If the hotel looks like this in this area, I don't want to be in this area. So I'm real picky about hotel rooms. Can't do mold and mildew. And Lisa says if you have a blue light, you can see those bed bugs. I can see them without the light. Even though they're tiny, I can see them. Christy Jones says, hi T, just got in from a 2-day social. Had a great time. So good for you. I'm glad that people are starting to get back out and stuff. So that's pretty good. I'm glad you had fun. Working on a baby quilt for a new grandbaby due 6/28. Well, at least you're ahead of some other quilters. Sometimes we don't even get the quilt done until the baby's a year or 5, okay? So that's pretty good. Joe Cromer says, can I borrow some Lysol? Can't figure out how to get a can on the plane. You can put it in your check luggage, but what I do is I end up putting my Lysol in a plastic bag, like a shopping bag, and I just tie it so that if it explodes, then I do have it. But I'll try to remember to bring some Lysol. I'll try. I know I'm gonna have a can in my luggage, but I don't know if it'll be enough for everybody. So just ask me. Mary saying, I hope you all have a fantastic time and safe travels. Don says, they say not to place suitcase on bed in case a bed buzz will crawl in there. The less washing is to save energy. I understand what the less washing is, but Yeah, it depends on how many days I'm at a place as to how long I'm willing. If I'm staying somewhere 2 nights, I might use the same towels. But if I'm staying in there a long time, I'm not using these same towels for 5 nights. It's just not gonna happen. I don't care about energy. Hey, good goods. Saying hello, everyone. I finished my Dr. Seuss quilt. It was so colorful that I bought 6 different color bindings, then cut each one into 12-inch pieces and made a rainbow binding around it, and I love it. Now, that's cute. That's from Darcy. You also try to find like a striped fabric maybe with the colors. Might be a suggestion in the future too, if you can find that. You can just get one fabric. um, I carry a small spray bottle with peppermint and eucalyptus oils mixed in it to spray around the bed and area when I travel, as bed bugs hate the smell. Now I think I have peppermint oil because I use it for headaches and stuff. You can put it like under your nose and smell it. It sometimes will take away headaches. But I don't have eucalyptus oil. Um, George is saying, I don't know where I would put pictures. I guess they're trying to see her Dr. Seuss quilt. You can only put pictures. You can't put pictures up on YouTube. You can only put them in a Facebook group. And a lot of people don't have Facebook accounts because Facebook is kind of crazy at times. Let's face it. But us creators, we really don't have any other choice because once Yahoo Groups disbanded the groups and stopped supporting the groups, we had nowhere else to go but Facebook. And so that's where all the groups are for sewing now, is over in Facebook. So you can put it in any Facebook group. You can also put it on your own Facebook page. But we wouldn't be able to see it unless we're your friends, probably. And Laura says, I'm known in my family as being a hotel snob. I'm very picky too. Yeah, and I try not to be, because I try to go in because I already know my personality, and I try to work on that. So now I just stay at places that I feel like they're going to be up to par. I just go ahead and just schedule the places that I know I'm not going to have an issue with and call it a day. If it's some off-brand hotel, I don't stay in any motels, first of all. We're not doing any motels. And I don't do anything that has an outside street door. We're just not going to do that. I had one friend says she likes those places because they drive a motorcycle, and so no, they don't have to worry about somebody stealing their motorcycle. They can just roll their motorcycle right into the hotel or a motel room. But it's like, I can't stay in motels. Most of the motels have construction workers and stuff, and not that they're bad. It's just that it's a lot of men, and I'm a female, so I don't. And I'm most of the time I'm traveling by myself, so it's just certain things I just won't do. I like certain embassy suites if they are updated embassy suites. I really love those. Holiday Inn, the Express, they have some suites too that are really nice, but the regular rooms in the Holiday Inn Express are okay. That's the lowest I would go on a room. Yeah, Dorsey said last time my husband and I went to a hotel, when we got there, we sprayed the whole room. I do that. and Kevin can vouch for that. I spray that room so bad we had to leave and go eat dinner. Because when we go to the hotel, Kevin go, what are we going to do? I said, we're going to go check in, take our luggage in. And I didn't say nothing the very first time we did this overnight thing. And we get in there, I go into my luggage. I had that Lysol on the outside pocket of that luggage, okay? I pull that can out and I just start spraying everything. And I go, do you want me to spray your bed or not? And then there's so much Lysol in there, we got to back out of there. We go eat and come back. Now we can stay in here. But I'm a sprayer. And Kevin, see, he down there clowning. I can be heavy-handed with some Lysol. That's all I can say. I try, and when I'm with other people and I know I'm so used to it, it don't even bother me anymore. And I be trying to be cognitive of that I'm with somebody else, but I'm still spraying them out, okay? Mm. Colleen's got to go. Oh, she has an ice pack on her back. I hope you feel better, Colleen. So, but yeah. So, I don't know. I'm just here. I tried selling the last spot for retreat. I couldn't get anybody to get that spot, and so I just had somebody in my quilt guild. I just called them and start. I had a few people that I called, but I called people and asked them if anybody was able to do retreat at the last minute, and I found somebody that can do some of it. Can't even do all of it, but at least it's somebody that's there. Because, like I said, these spots are already paid. I got to pay for it anyway, so it's better that somebody gets some enjoyment out of it other than me just paying money for a spot that somebody paid for and nobody gets to enjoy any of the retreat. So I was just really, when people cancel, even though I say there's a no refund policy, it's in my nature. I'm trying to help people get some of your money back. And so it's just, I was trying to find somebody to sell the spot to so that I could get some of people's money back. I don't know what's going on in people's life, and you never know if people need their money for something. When something critical goes on, it seems like stuff happened to you in threes. One thing will happen, and this will happen, and that will happen, and eventually it starts hitting the pocketbook, these things that are happening. So I'm always trying to, do for people what I can. So it was it's a lot on my brain because I have a soft heart at times on certain things. And so, yeah, but I couldn't get any of her money back at all. So I was really sad about the last cancellation not being in time for me to get somebody else that could pay for it. So it ended up just going to somebody as a gift. And very deserving, nice person to give it to, because I only put certain people on my list. That's why I did not post it out on Facebook that I was giving this spot away. I decided yesterday that I was giving this spot away, and I started making phone calls to people that I thought would really appreciate it, probably couldn't afford to do a retreat. Not necessarily can't afford it, like can't pay for it, but like at the last minute, not willing to put out that kind of money. So yeah, and I was looking for people that were mostly retired. There was a few people on my list that worked that were deserving of a spot. And so I did check with them first. They were more in my closer group, but I already knew those people weren't going to be able to go with their lifestyle, but I wanted to check anyway. So I feel a little bit sad about that part of it, but that's just me and how I am. Hold on. Deanne says, T, with you and Kevin, the retreats must be over the edge in a fun and nice way, of course. Kevin has never been on a retreat before, and I am not sitting with Kevin. If I sat with Kevin, we'd be a hot mess the entire retreat. Now, Kevin and I are behind, like I'm sitting this way facing the camera, and Kevin's behind me facing the other direction. That way we can't give each other visual stuff. Like, look what's going on. We can back up in our chairs. We're both taking rolly chairs, I think. I think Kevin's bringing his chair. I'm not sure. But I'm going to have my rolly chair. So if I got something I need to say to him, I can get to him quick without even getting up. But we're going to behave for once. And I'm saying that and laughing at the same time. But we're going to be good. It's going to be a great retreat. I enjoy every retreat that I go to. There were some that when they had the bathrooms outside, like I've been at camping type retreats where you didn't have a bathroom in the actual building, or you had to go to a bathhouse, that kind of stuff. And then it was like, if I had to use the restroom, I'm one of them people that drink water all the time. So when I'm drinking this water in 2 hours, I got to go to the restroom. And it's in the middle of the night, and I'm like, oh, heck no, I'm not going out there. You can't even see if you put your hand out. You can't even see. anything when it's so dark in the woods. It's like, I won't be staying here again. So I eliminate places like that. If you don't have it where I can get to a restroom in the middle of the night without feeling like something gonna happen to me. And this was all critter based. It wasn't like I was scared of some humans lurking out there. I was scared it might be a bear out there. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I had a great time at retreat though, but they was like, because I was there, they ended up having a major speaker, well-known speaker. Person had to cancel at the last minute due to something happening in their family, and so then they asked me if I would do their retreat. I did a lecture, and then I also taught a class. So I went on one day and did the lecture, and then the next day I stayed overnight, and then the next day I was doing the class. And then they was like, you can stay the entire weekend if you want. You can just blend into the group. I'm like saying to myself, that's really nice. I enjoyed that group, but I can't stay here. I got to go to the restroom too much. I can't go outside in the middle of the night or go to bathhouses. I'm one of those people. I told y'all I stay up late, and so I either shower at 9, but not at retreats because I'm up all night. So I'm showering when I get back in before I go to bed at retreats. I'm not going to a bathhouse at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning in the dark. So yeah, I was like, So it's just some that I won't go to. Diane, 57 says, T, my husband would hate all that Lysol. When you come back, it's not in there anymore. Lysol lasts like 24 hours, so I'll just spray it up again if I need to. I can tell if mold or mildew is in a place because it will affect my sinuses, so I have to watch that. Late but here. Hello, T and everyone. Hey, Leela. Thank you, Darcy. She's reminding people that if you're just coming in and hit the thumbs up button. Sue says, I'm just going to sit back with my Diet Coke and watch the T and Kevin show. We're not going to cut up. We're going to behave. We're behaving. Marie H is here saying, hi, Miss T and everyone. Hi, Marie. Oh, so Kevin will be behind Miss T giving her bunny ears and such. You should be turned the other direction doing some sewing, sir. That's what you should be doing. T, will you have extra Lysol to sell to those who are flying in? I haven't gotten it. I do have to go to Sam's. I guess I could put a 3 thing on my list. I don't believe that for a minute. Laughing out loud. See, they don't think we're going to behave, and Kevin's not helping. You need to learn how to behave in a chat, Kevin. Come on. Deborah Quill says, I'm sitting across from T so I can keep an eye on Kevin. That's right. Thank you, Deborah. Song with Lil Wayne says, no, I don't do outhouses. They were like regular bathrooms. It was like, this cabin had like so many rooms, and then it did have a bathroom inside, but I think it was like in one of the other rooms that I didn't have or something. I can't remember how this thing was set up, but I do remember I had to go take a bath out in the thing. I don't think it was like set up like an outhouse. It had like plumbing and all of that. Don't let me make it worse than it sounds. It was just dark outside in the, no, I don't like that. I like retreat places where even if your bed is a different location than where you're sewing, the fact that you can get to everything inside. I don't want to go outside. I found a nice retreat center that I would love to go to, but your housing is in one spot, your sewing area is in another spot, and then you got to go eat in a whole nother spot. It's not connected through wings or tunnels or anything like that. And I don't like being out. Doing all this stuff because, like I said, I'm one of the late owl people, and it might be me and one other person normally, Deborah, if I'm not by myself. I don't want to be going out at night trying to get back to my bedroom or something like that. Cassaville says, good morning, tea and friends from Germany. Hello. Good night, Francis. Leela says Kevin probably is going to get put in timeout at retreat for acting up. Yeah, because he's acting up now. He won't even behave. He won't even try to behave. Come on, Kevin. What's up with that? So, yeah, I don't have anything to sew. I do have some stuff to sew, but who's got time to pull all of that stuff out? I do have a total of 4 bowls. I didn't make any more. I still got to make one more. That's make a label, a name tag or something for the new person that's coming to retreat. And that's oh, I forgot. I've got this tray under here and I slid all my stuff in this tray temporarily. But I haven't done any sewing other than what's been required for retreat at this point. I said, my husband, he gets on me sometimes. He go, how are you making a purse? And you supposed to be making stuff and doing stuff and typing stuff and printing stuff and packing stuff for retreat. And yeah, here you come. I shocked him when I came on the live and had that crossbody bag made. He was like, what? It's like, get a grip. And I'm drinking out of bottled water because I came in here at the last minute. I was at my desktop typing. I didn't have a choice on bottled water today. Deanne says, I was at a retreat that was very woodsy one morning while taking a shower, and I looked down and there was a huge toad sitting on my foot. I'm like, oh my God. See, I don't do any animals. I just tolerate dogs. I know. And Carla said, I would have woke the whole place up. See, me too. I'd have been hollering and screaming. And so it's like some things I know are going to be a problem and I try to avoid them at that point. And so it was like, I couldn't stay up 2 nights. So I was like, I got to go home. I taught that class, packed my car up, and I got up out of there. It was probably, I don't know, I'm going to guess because it's been a few years and just say it was about an hour and a half from my house. So yeah, I just go home. If I feel like I'm getting sleepy or something, then I'll just stop at a rest area that's like where truckers are, because they're normally busy with people all the time. So I'll go to one of those type places. So I didn't pull anything out. I do have stuff I need to be working on, but it's not going to happen. So I guess we'll make another bowl, I guess. So I can say I sold something. Maybe one. It's already an hour in. Chat gets pretty chatty just trying to get through the chats. And Kevin talking about, I said, and dogs that I know is what I said. Whatever. And I really do. I'm really, for the most part, if you got a very pushy, bossy type dog, I don't do those dogs. I do dogs that mind basic commands for the most part. Good dogs. All right. I need to empty this bag of scraps that I'm saving into a bigger bag. I can't even put more in there. I'm stuffing stuff in this bag. That's for another day. We're only going to sew one bowl cozy. All right, so we need to quilt first, I guess. Remo is cutting blocks for a jester quilt. That's pretty cool. Deborah says, I just finished cleaning my entire house and I'm about 90% packed for retreat. My two dogs are relatively well behaved, but they get their way, laughing out loud. I don't mind spoiled dogs, though. My pagey girl is spoiled. She jump in my car, leave her mama so fast. I tried to go see her today, but her mom was working. She works from home, and she was in a conference call, so I couldn't go. So if I probably would have had her, because she probably would have jumped in my car. When she knows when I'm not going to take her, she'll jump in the car. If I tell her to jump in, she won't jump in. That's how she rolls. I need to keep these snips out so I don't have to keep looking in this tray. Put those up. But yeah, every time I'm trying to take something off my schedule, stuff be trying to get back on there, but I can't put stuff back on anymore. So what's already off the schedule is off at this point. I got a few things I got to do. I'm hoping nothing major happens tomorrow. I'm going to try to make this pound cake. I hope I got all the ingredients because I sure didn't look. I guess I better look. And I got to, so that's one thing I got to do. I got, it has caramel icing. So I don't know if I got the ingredient. I know I got everything, but I'm not sure if I got confectioner sugar for the icing. What else? You can make caramel icing without confectioner sugar too. It'd just be the harder caramel. I gotta pack everything for teaching the stack and whack class. I haven't packed any of that. I don't even know if I got all the quilts pulled. I may not be bringing all the stack and whack quilts. Maybe I'll just bring a few. Because I think some of them are stored by season. And I'm not pulling out a whole lot of quilts. But I will make sure I have a variety of stack and wax. Whoops. Slipping a little bit. My batting. Okay. All right. Darcy is reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Darcy. Did you catch our live Zoom yesterday with Kathy, Susan, and Sandra? I don't know who she's talking to. Yes. Do you burn your sugar? No. I don't know what you mean by burn. No, I don't. I cook it, but I don't burn it. Now, my grandmother would burn hers for the hard caramel that you don't put sugar in. I do a soft caramel, but I don't burn mine. So I'm just making darts here, so 1/4 inch. This is when it gets interesting on this featherweight when I got to back up, and I'm not used to doing that a whole lot. But hey, practice makes perfect. My mom made caramel icing on her carrot cakes. Yes, I love caramel. I love caramel, period. Okay, that's one of my things. I'd rather have caramel over chocolate sometimes. I don't even eat but milk chocolate. So I don't even do most dark chocolates or white. I don't do white chocolate at all. It's not even chocolate anyway, but that's what they call it. But I hardly ever eat dark chocolate. I only eat dark chocolates that don't have an aftertaste. I don't like that strong taste of dark chocolate in my mouth. Trying to figure out, like, did this not have enough fabric to cut the full size? Because it's not up here at the top. It's like, get to the top. What's the matter with you? All right. My brother saying, "Hey sis and everyone, time got away from me." I know you probably be outside. My brother is a busybody. He always got to stay busy, and then time um, gets away from him. How do I only have one on this one? Oh, okay. I thought I had messed up. I thought I had three on the other. It's only two. All right. So I'm looking forward to retreat. I'm looking forward to it so I can take it off my list of things to do. Isn't that terrible? But I'm hoping I get to enjoy. This is the first time that I've been responsible for 28 people at retreat. I've had small groups that I've been responsible for, but I've never been responsible for 28. And it's at least 10 people that have never been to a retreat before. So I am so honored about that. It's like, goodness, I can't believe how many people have never been on a quilt retreat. That's pretty cool. At this retreat, this is only my second retreat that I've had. It would have been number 3 if COVID had not canceled my 2020 retreat. So it would have been number 3. I do my big retreat every even year. So I am upset about that this is not retreat number 2 and it's only that it's not retreat number 3 and it's only number 2. I was so sad that, COVID occurred. COVID messed up a lot for me. Um, just threw all of my schedules off as far as my counts for things. So, but we want to keep living. So, what's the alternative? We fall in line. So, yeah. Stacking wax sounds very weird. Not if you think about it. You're basically just taking a stack of fabric and you're cutting it, which is a whack. Like it's like slice and dice, something like that. So stack and whack. It's not as bad as it sounds. I like the name. Everybody is calling it the one block wonder now, but it came out for me as being the stack and whack quilt. So that's what I continue to call it. Process is all the same. All right, I did get to use one of my bowls for food. It does work nice. You can make these with one batting, but I think if you have a ceramic bowl and you put that ceramic bowl in there for 2 or 3 minutes in the microwave, I think you'll do better with 2 battings. I didn't feel any heat. I did 2 minutes in the microwave and I didn't feel any heat coming through my bowl. Oops. Gotta make right size match. Not a right and wrong. Okay, I don't even have regular pens in here, so. And this pen cushion has a hanging trash pocket that doesn't work on this side. Guess they're popping fireworks again outside. We have that all summer long. Trying to make sure I'm pushing these all in the same direction, but who knows? Who cares? It's a bowl. It's not that serious. And I guess I need one in the corners. Good night, Vivian. Thank you for coming. T, will the stack and whack blocks be hexagons made from into square blocks by putting half square triangles on each corner? If that's what you want to do, that's not what I'm anticipating. The picture on the uh, supply list is that's what I'm doing. But that is an option that you can do. I don't even know what you would cut for that. I've never done it. Just putting a few more pins, putting pins in the corner here, just so nothing shifts. Just, this is my insurance right here. And I'm so left-handed. I'm so used to having my pen sit over here. For those attending retreat, does anyone want to make a wager on who misbehaves first? My guess is Miss T. Ain't that something? See how rude he is? So rude. I don't misbehave at retreats. Oops. I didn't realize my machine came unthreaded. Make sure this needle is up. That's why I like chain piecing. If I'm going to sew on this, I don't like when I have to break the thread. Sorry, I'm on the mic here. And then I have to get a clean edge so I can get through the needle. This is for people that are used to using my needle threaders on my other machines. So I still I'm thinking about making a cake. I still got to pack 4 sewing machines. Even though 2 are already packed. And what else? I got to pack the stack and whack class stuff. Said that. I got to pack clothes. I'll bring some solids just in case people might want to purchase some solids. Because the thing with stack and whack is that you almost can't purchase your background stuff until it's pieced. So I'll bring a few solids, I guess. I got to pack all that darn food. All them snacks I got. That's a whole car of snacks almost when you look at, when you buy stuff. The thing with let me just back up so we all on the same page. Since COVID, what we normally do at retreat is we have a group. People just bring snacks and donate to the snack table, and then whatever you want, you just go eat it off the snack table. And some people had concerns about that, and so it was decided that we would just have me buy all the snacks, and I guess people are going to donate to that. Some people have, some people haven't. Oops, I didn't realize my needle wasn't down. Go back down. What's wrong with you? So I got boxes. When you're buying individually packaged stuff, the packaging is bigger. So I've got all these boxes and stuff. So I got my daughter gonna come over Monday night about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we're gonna fill her car with the snacks so that I can get those to the retreat center. Cause I don't know how I'm supposed to get all this stuff to retreat. It's so much stuff, y'all. It is so much stuff. I know my husband's gonna be happy when this is over too. I just know he is. And then I got to start cleaning out spots. I'm hoping I come home with a lot of empty containers. I hope. Whoops. Yep, it just broke. Just rude. Just rude, rude, rude. Okay. It's like I didn't see the tension gauge moving at first. I'm back on the mic, guys. Hold on. I got the mic up too high. Hopefully that'll be better. So when I put my head down, I'm not on the mic. Come on. All right. Just pull it a good little length. All right, let's go back to here so we can make sure we got some overlapping stitching going on. All right, turn the corner. Okay, so we're almost back at the beginning here. All right. All right, leave long tail. I got to get one bowl done before we go off. So I can officially say it was a sew-in chat. Not very productive one. Okay, so that's not the opening. Right here is the opening. I really, really miss quilting retreats. Maybe more will start now that COVID is under control. I think this time of the year, and it was like that last year, with this time of the year, it seemed like the numbers were okay. And then when it got back toward the winter months, then it started back up again. So, yeah, I try to get in what I can get in while I can. And just depends on your beliefs and all. I do go get the vaccines. I feel like if I get it, it won't be a case that will kill me. All right. Okay. Now I got to find something I can poke in these corners. And this, like I said, it's a bowl going in a microwave. It's not like you're going to wear it to a party or something. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I think Kevin is going to mess with whoever he sits near. Yeah, and let me see. Do I tell the person that's in the chat who's sitting with Kevin? So she can be prepared. uh, Blue Kitty says, I can't resist anything but Temptations and fabric. Oh, I can resist anything but temptations and fabric. Okay. There they go with fireworks again. All right, so I got this hole. Well, I guess I could poke this corner out by the hole. Let me make sure I got the other ones. We don't have to do the whole side first. We'll do this side first. We're just going to use the edge of our presser foot, which is about 1/8 of an inch. That's good enough. Okay. We're just edge stitching, and it also closes the hole, keeps the fabric from rolling when you wash them. Just for those that have never done it before. I think this is my 3rd video making a bowl cozy. And I still only got 4. I mean, well. Put you in that spot, sir. Talking to this needle, this featherweight. You have to talk to it to make it cooperate. Okay, now we're coming up to the part that's open. Make sure I got everything in there. Oops. Oops. This is going to break big time. I overshot the edge. Back stitch right there. So that worked, giving it some thread. Okay. Okay, featherweight, I see you. Because normally you would have broke if I tried to back stitch you up. All right, thread ends right here. And back up, reverse. All right. All right. Got that part. And I got to come over here and cut these ends. I plan to come live at some point, Remo, but I don't know when that's gonna be. It won't be on my regular schedule. I might do a live Tuesday. Who knows? What in the world? I'm trying to get a pin right in the middle so I can pin just a little bit away. I'm gonna stitch right in the middle. Just 1/4 of an inch either side of center so that I can keep these 2 layers together so when I watch it, it doesn't come that bag anymore. It stops it from bagging. So I'm just putting a few pins about 3/4 of an inch away, making sure they match up. And then I'm only going to stitch like 1/4 of an inch away though. And try to stay on the line as much as I can. If I miss it, that's okay too. It's a bowl cozy. Just trying to get as close as possible. If you don't do some kind of lining up, it's going to be way off. like a half inch or more. All right. So put this bowl under here. All right. I need to hold on to this top thread. Okay. I keep forgetting and put my shoe on. And then turn it on the X and go back the other way. Okay. Just to put a little, it'll end up being like a half-inch X in the middle. Take these pins out. No longer need it. Cut the thread on this side and the other side. And I've done pretty good. The smaller you stitch, the less it gets off. And this is actually the pretty side. I like the pink better. It'll be the outside of the bowl. The bowl will sit in here. And my X is pretty spot on. So I'm getting better with that part. But there's my bowl for tonight for our sewing chat. Because I don't have in my mind, I want to sew a thing. But I put it up there, so I got to sew something. Let's see. I am so behind in these chats. Jakara says, I admire your work. Thank you. Kayla says, laughing out loud, I told my hubby this would be a tame trip, but my money is on Kevin, laughing out loud. What happens every treat stays every treat. Yes. And if I'm acting up, just know that Kevin had something to do with it, okay? June Hansen says, hi, T and everyone. Was taken out for supper for my birthday. Well, that is really nice. Happy birthday. We already did birthday for the month of June. And June actually won the prize, too, the drawing. So that's pretty cool. Carla says, good night, T and friends. Got to step out. Have a good night. Bye, Carla. Thank you. That was a long time ago. That's the one thing I hate about Facebook taking the time off of the messages. I don't know where to skip to. Betsy says, I have never been on a retreat. When I retire, I would love to give it a try. Yes. Because I tried to get Betsy, but, what I fully understand is when people are working and you got 2 to 4 weeks of vacation your job gives you a year, it's almost already slated towards family events, things that you're currently into. Other people are not just into quilting. Like, I like line dancing. I used to take a whole lot of time, my vacation time, away to go to line dancing events. And so, yeah, we're involved in other things go on in our lives. People go on to family reunions and things like that. You only got so much time you can do that with. You get sick, you got to take off, and you use vacation time. So, your time's being used so many different ways. Hey, Paula S. says, good evening, T and everyone. I am packing for the retreat. I am in quilt retreat mode. Yes. So we like Crumb says, hi, Miss T and all T quilters. Can Kevin help me with some of those things? Not really. Kevin lives in Troy. Kevin is doing what he's been assigned to do. He has done his task. And his task, he's had 2 that I can remember right now. And a lot of things that I'm doing is stuff that I have to create. I have to do. Kevin don't even like name badges. Kevin don't even have an embroidery machine, okay? So Kevin can't do name badges unless he's going to write them on a piece of cardstock. He can do that very well. But if you're wanting something pretty or something different, then Kevin can't do that because he doesn't have that equipment to do that. So Kevin can't do everything for me. And then Kevin's also working. He has a job, a full-time job that he has to take care of. He also has animals that he has to take care of, and he has a garden that he has to take care of. Kevin does a lot for me, and I know what Kevin can and can't do for me. Hi, Dolores Phelps says she's here in hot Houston. Yes. Don says I ordered a ruler and some plastic storage containers from my local Joann's, and they are closing 3 days. They are closing 3 days and just opening Sunday through Thursday. Oh my God. Now, we've had quilt shops that have changed their hours, but I didn't experience that with Joanne, so that's pretty weird. Dawson's reminding you all to hit that thumbs up real quick. If you're just coming in and haven't done so. Darlene saying, have a good night. I got to go. Enjoy the retreat, too. Deanne is leaving, saying good night, everyone, as well. Paula says, thanks for reminding. I did the thumbs up. See, it works. Somebody forget. They need the reminders. Good night, Delia. She says, good night, T. And everyone, for those going to retreat, have a wonderful time and stay safe. She will be so happy to sit next to me. Girl, Kevin, just stop it. Doris is saying, how much does a featherweight cost? It depends on the condition. If it's working, a workable featherweight can cost you anywhere between $350 to $400. And if it's been painted, like, you see the color featherweights, it may cost you more money because they've taken every part off of this machine and repainted it like you would if you were doing a automobile. So it just depends on the featherweight, the condition it's in, and if it's painted or not. And that's what Sue is saying. Depends on location and condition. They look old. Do they come new? No, they do not make featherweights anymore. That's the beauty and why people are so anxious about collecting them. And when you find one, you tend to jump on it and get it because they are a gem. And if something goes wrong, it's all mechanical stuff that it's very easy to repair for the most part. Sandra K says featherweights average for sale 700 here, gone completely through. And I don't know if they're averaging, I don't think they're averaging that in the St. Louis area, so I don't know where here is for Sandra, but I would never pay $700 for a black featherweight because that's inflation. They're making money because they know people want it. I guess it's that thing called supply and demand. Thank you, Marie. Says very nice bowl, Miss T. That's all you're getting today. That's my soul. That is so sad. I feel like a bum, but it's like I got other things in my head. I got other things to do. And I got to figure out what I'm taking to retreat to work on myself. And I really don't think I'm going to be working on anything. But, I like to dream. The smaller you stitch, the harder it is to strip if you need to. What? Darcy, did something happen? Thank you, June. I went through all kinds of, for these fabric bowls, where did these fabrics come from? Okay, some of these fabrics I bought when I was at the quilt shop off the clearance shelf at the retreat in May because I was trying to pre-cut some stuff there, and I had left the fabrics that I was going to cut at home. And then I came home and I cut some of the other fabrics as well too. So I had fat quarters that I had been given at retreat in May, fat quarters that I had gotten this year for my birthday. All this stuff has been cut up and so I can make some bowl cozies. So that's what I'm doing with and I plan to make quite a few of these. I think I'm going to use them, be quiet, close your ears, my brother and my niece maybe. They'll be Christmas gifts if people want them when they come through for Christmas. They can get a bowl cozy. Like I said, I started using one. I've been stealing my household pot holders and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to have the bowl cozies. And then, like I said, I stitched that little stitch in the middle so when I wash them, they don't come back out to that puffy bag. This is as far as it's coming out in the center. Over here is what it's going to come out, but it'll go right back in because it's stitched at the edge and stitched in the middle. So I think adding that little extra little step helps. I don't know what Kayla said anymore. It's been so long ago since I said it. Oh, and June said that the fabric that she received that she's going to make a bag with it. She got a yard of African print fabric that I had. I just pulled out. Diane saying she's not strong enough to go to retreat. Kevin sounds like a great person. Laughing out loud. I guess so. Kevin, we can't predict the future, but oh, that's when Kayla said that she predicted Kevin was going to be the one in trouble. He is going to be the one in trouble. Kevin can't behave. I don't think Kevin can behave in church, okay? Moldy Lasagna says, sorry I missed this live. I just got off work. Well, hello and welcome. Sue says, I paid $5.50 for my first at a quilt show. And that's why I never buy them at quilt shows. I always get them from like people doing resales and stuff like that. That's where you get your featherweights. Um, and that is the going rate if you look at like eBay. I try to look at eBay sales and see what's going on eBay because since eBay sales, they're basically hooked up to sell in the USA, but they can do some foreign sales and stuff like that. But basically, it's global, and you're gonna know what the prices are running when you're kind of looking at stuff on eBay. So I tend to use eBay if I'm wondering what something costs. A used sewing machine, I'll go check it out on eBay before I buy it because if a person that's selling it, they're mostly people that are into finding stuff, refurbishing, and then selling. They know what the going rate is for stuff like that. So I kind of use that. And that's what Diane's saying that she saw a beautiful pink featherweight on Lori Holt. And I think she has a yellow one. She has I think she has more than one color featherweight. And I have thought about getting this painted red, but I'm gonna leave it alone for right now. I'm like, why are you painting it red so I can put it up on a shelf and then let it collect dust because I don't use it. It's like start using this thing. And then I found out, I had this in the wrong spot. I had to redo this because I was like, why is this thread constantly coming out? Well, if you put it together right, it'll work. But it had been so long since I had used my thread stand holder here, the thread guide, that I had it in wrong. So I got that part figured out. It's always something. You don't use something, you lose it. They're great for gifts and ice cream. Yes, these because they'd be great for a cold bowl too. But like I said, I met one lady that said that she was only putting one piece of batting in, so she didn't have to, her pieces were cut the same size and it wasn't as thick when she went to fold them. But I'm just cutting off a little bit off the seam allowance, but I'm leaving enough on there so that I can catch it in the seam when I stitch it. When I top stitch it down, I can catch that batting at the top so it won't be slipping and sliding in the bowl. But I do like 2 layers of batting. I made one 3 years ago. I love it and use it a lot. Do Yoder says, good evening, quilting friends. I just got through ironing binding. Yes, so that's a success getting to the end of a quilt. I behave. You just ask my mama. Nah, I'm going to tell you, Kevin's a mama's boy. I'm just going to throw him out there because his mama know when he wrong and she just, but that's my baby. It's like, come on. I love Kevin's mama though. In my head, I'm like, come on. I'm like, there's no need of me even reporting Kevin to her because can't do any wrong. Do Yoda talking about Lori Holt is blessed. She has it all, and I've lost it. Laughing out loud. Don says, I think the featherweight in bad cosmetic conditions or painted. It costs over 1K to paint professionally like auto shop. Yeah, I don't think everybody is doing it because it's in bad condition. Mine is in a semi-decent condition. I've got some wear and tear of the gold here where you're sewing in front, and then just a little bit over here. And the rest of this gold decal is in pretty decent condition because you can just get the decals put back on too if you wanted to do that. But I think people just are liking the color too. Is Kevin the only son? Yep. Miss T, I'm gonna have to tell my mama better watch out. Laughing out loud. Yeah, I don't, it's a waste of time. They both cute together. It's just cute to sit and watch this. I'm like, oh my god. T, have you ever had a chance to look at email sent yesterday about transportation pickup? I have sent everybody confirmation telling you, if you sent me a thing telling me that you wanted to have pickup, I sent confirmation saying that you were going to have a pickup. You're on the list. That stuff is being done. That's the only last email I got to send is for people getting picked up. That's it. And I'm just basically giving you contact information for my daughter so that you all can communicate so she can make sure you all get to where you're going. Dolores is asking all the slots for retreat filled now. Yes, they are. And now see how he is. See how messy he is. Better yet, Miss T, I'm gonna tell your mama, Miss T. You know she loves me too. Yeah, cause you give her eggs and green tomatoes. In her neighborhood, she always trying to get green tomatoes. Can't find them. Now Kevin's giving her green tomatoes and and eggs and sometimes okra, cause I don't eat that type of stuff. I don't eat okra. I'll eat okra if it's in gumbo and it's not slimy. When it turns slimy, I can't do okra. I hate okra like that. And Darcy's just as bad. Talking about she has just one son and she tells him one child and he's gonna have to be mama's baby till the day she died. Now see, that's what I'm saying. It's funny to see mother son relationships that are really close like that. So yeah. But yeah, we're at 9:42. I don't know what I did with the. Oh, I put it up there. I was gonna say I don't know what I did with the other bowl. So we'll just put this in there and plop it back over there. So in chat was one completed bowl cozy, already pre-cut. And Diane talking about her mama loved the slimy. I can't stand it. It's like snot. Ugh. I have fried green tomatoes and fried okra. I love fried green tomatoes and fried okra. That's Marie. Yes. You would just blend right in with my family. I'm one of the few people that don't, in my family, that don't like fried green onions and okra really of any kind. I really prefer you not to even buy it. Not to even bring it into the house. But if I'm gonna eat it, it definitely can't be slimy. Like when you do gumbo, like most of the time in New Orleans, when I go and I get gumbo in New Orleans, they put their okra in last. It's not like one of the things that is cooked in, and so then it's not as slimy. And I just don't eat the okra, but it's not slimy in the sauce of the dish. So, T, should we bring summerwear for the week? Girl, you you gonna need an umbrella for the sun. We're gonna have 100 degrees on Tuesday, which I'm thinking it's going to be 100 degrees on Wednesday when we're at Missouri Star. I was telling people earlier when they came in, you might want to bring a, a baseball cap or a sun hat because we're going to be walking around Missouri Star. So you're going to probably need something to keep the sun off of your face if you get affected. I get sun headaches if I'm out in direct sun for a long time. So I'll probably just wear a baseball cap or something. I do have some sun hats, but I'll probably just stay with a cap. I've never heard of green tomato pie. I've never heard of that. I have to ask my mom if she's ever had that. And see, somebody else is saying, oh, tomato pie is delicious. See, I don't know anything about that. Good night, Janet. She says, have a wonderful retreat and be safe. Thank you. Sheila Willis is saying, good evening to you and everyone just popping in. Hey, Sheila, I'll be seeing you, meeting you next Tuesday, girl. It's going to be great. Can't wait. Tiff says, well, we finished the hard puzzle we were working on. I'm going to go relax and watch TV now. Good night, T and everyone. Good night, Tiffany. Thank you. Regina T, if you don't have enough caramel frosting, it's okay to leave 1/6 without frosting for me. She relaxed. You're doing so much as this. Just want you to know how much you appreciate it. Thank you. Sunscreen and umbrella. Marie says, you've been missing out, Miss T. Yeah, I don't know anything about, and I'm assuming that this tomato pie is made with green tomatoes, or is it made with red tomatoes? Because I like red tomatoes. I just eat those like apples. I can put some black pepper on that, and it's really good. I don't even need salt on that. That's good homegrown tomatoes, not the stuff you get in the store that's not good. You have to go to a farmer's market and get the tomatoes. See, it is green. Tomato pie tasted like apple pie. Ain't that something? Now, that's weird. I have never seen tomato pie. Do Yoda go, ooh, wish I was going. Things are going to go well. I'm positive that things are going to go well, and the things that I probably don't do probably won't even be noticed. So, yeah, it's all in the fine tuning. It's just how it is. My family is like that. Like my mom and my sister, they're the cooks. They go above and beyond. I asked my sister to cook some food for I told her like 15 people because I'm sure everybody is not going to want her food. And I was just trying to get some food so that, because I knew I can't leave the retreat center on the first day. And our first meal at the retreat center is not until 5:30 p.m. So I was having her make me lunch. And then I go, well, my daughter's going to be driving, so you may as well add her. Kevin and Deborah can't leave either, so you may as well add them. So it was like 4. And so I'm just being generous. And I said, make something for like 10 people, I think is what I told her. And she called me today, said, I got 60 pieces of chicken. And I'm like, what? She got 2 pans of muscatelli. I told her to split it in half, put meat in one and no meat in the other. And she talking about she got 2. I said, girl, I can't with you. She's at the store buying stuff, okay? They always overcook. And Kevin knows that too because he's helped me do my friends. When her mom passed, I did the food for the repast. And it was like, I'm up here worried about whether I'm going to have enough food because you don't know how many people show up to repast. But we had plenty of food and still brought food home, okay? Those fans will come in handy. Yeah, I do plan to bring like a few things to retreat that people, just in case people might want to buy it. I think I had 1 Take 5 kit and like 2 maybe bento box kits, and I got the fans, and then I brought wood press sets in case people want that too. So I do have some things to bring to retreat to sell, but I'm not like pushing that kind of stuff. I just got it in case people see other people working with it and go, where can I get that? So I do have that kind of stuff. I've made red tomato pie and fried green tomato. So she's had Some people have made the red tomato pie, and other ones have done it green. So that's pretty cool. And tomato sandwiches. I haven't just had a tomato sandwich. I just eat it just on the plate. Just cut it up, put some black pepper on it. I've never done all the other stuff. See, and Do Yoder's made both red and green. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and I only had green pie. Want the red too juicy for the pie? I have no idea. You asking the audience, right? Not me. But people are saying they made them from red and green, so that's interesting. And Kevin talking about, yes, ma'am, that he can vouch for it, and talking about, and sis can feed me all 60 pieces of chicken. I just had her do baked chicken because I'm like, my family go crazy. If I'd have told her baked chicken and some fried, I'd have had 60 pieces of bacon and 60 pieces of fried for 7 people. Okay, I'm just saying. That's how they cook. My mom and sister, they're good at doing what you tell them to do, but they go above and beyond. I said, ooh, Lord. I can't wait to hear this bill when she came back from the grocery store today. She gonna wait and tell me tomorrow, I guess. And then she's talking about, I'll just charge you for the supplies and don't worry about it. I said, girl, I'm gonna pay you. That's the thing I hate, is that friends and family always want some services from you, because I don't have time to cook. So I know my time is valuable, so I don't mind paying somebody when somebody else is doing something for me. So I'm gonna pay her. I'm not gonna let her do that, because I already know whatever price she give me is gonna be deflated. I already know my sister. But she does this as a business. So I'm not going to be messing with her money on a business. I don't do that. Homemade food is the best. Can't wait to taste. Yes. Don says, oh, she's talking to Marie, telling her how to make it. I want your Take 5 kit. Save it for me. I'm bringing mine to work on. Oh, you want a second one? Okay. And I can't remember when you bought it, if it's going to be the same fabrics or not, but we'll see. Because Kayla, I think you got in on the back end, but I can't remember if it was the back end of the first round or the second round, because I cut 3 different sets of Take 5 all together, and I'm with the last set that I cut, I still have just one. And she's saying, send me PayPal. You can pay at retreat. We can handle all of that at retreat. We can either do CashApp or PayPal at retreat, so it's no big deal. Handle all that later, girl. I got too much on the brain. The kit is already packed in the car, if I'm not mistaken, so I can't leave it. I put it in the car. Yeah, she says, Regina says, you have a sweet sister and you are an honorable person. Yes. And my sister is, she, like, even when she used to do her food plates and she was giving people all this food, and I'm like, girl, you need to increase this price. And she was like, you sure? Like, girl, yeah. Because she was like just giving food away. So, and then I've helped her with some of her business stuff. Like, I got shirts made for her and her company. I did her shirts, and she wanted 2-sided shirts, so you can see what she was about, coming and going. So, and she used to do, before COVID, she had just got started doing, like street vending with food, where you have to get permits and all that kind of stuff be set up. She had to get permits and all of that stuff to be able to sell food, and then that way they could document if something happened to somebody. They had a way to document where the food come from, that kind of stuff. So she done all of that, and then she done like one thing in 2019 toward fall, and then going into the winter of 2020, and all that got kicked back. So she was scheduled for all these different events, and every last one of them events took her money, talking about that it was called a donation. And they didn't even give her money back. So she felt really burned by all these organizations that kept her money, because they called it a donation instead of a booth rental fee or whatever, or a vending fee. that wasn't how they called it. They called it a donation. So they kept her money. So she's not real happy right now about vending with uh, entities right now. She was thinking about getting a food truck. That's her other thing. Kayla talking about, as long as you don't sell it, I can pay however you like. I know it's yours. I only got one, so I won't sell it. Darcy says she has to get going, but once more, hit your thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. It's wonderful here. All retreat people, stay safe and have fun. Thank you, Darcy. I appreciate you, big moderator, for the chat tonight. Really appreciate that. Keeping people on their P's and Q's. So thank you, thank you. Oh, my sister I'm paying my sister. I'm not paying my sister what she's asking me though. I don't bro like that. How terrible. Oh, how terrible is this? Well, that goes around, come around for those vendors. Yeah. Oh, you said, oh, they're talking about that part, saying she would be blessed. Yeah. She didn't, she didn't act out or anything with them, because a lot of them are considered charitable organizations that she signed up with. When people are having parades and uh, events where they have magicians out and then they get all these people to vend, they're a 501c company, and so they're claiming that they're not making income, that it's all donation. So that's how they getting away with keeping their money. But I thought it was really bad for them organizations to put, it was like, these are the low people on the totem pole that you get donations from, and you're going to do that to them when they got big companies that sponsor them at these events. I just felt that it was wrong for them companies to do that, to keep money like that. But she just didn't sign up for anything this year because she got burned. And then, of course, everything is gone up. And so, like, the entry fees, after they took her money, they wanted her to re-sign up for this year when they're opening up for the first time since 2020. And it's like about 175% increase in the price. And you took my last money, not going to give me credit, and then you're going to charge me more. So she just had a principle that she was just not going to do it. So it's just, it's a lot. Everybody has stuff going on. I know these charitable organizations got things that they're trying to do, but when you're trying to do it to the lay person, some people haven't had a job since 2020, and maybe this is their first time back out vending, and you're socking it to these people who are just trying to survive the first year out. So I just, it's a whole lot of things that aren't right. I fully understand both sides. But hey, Rhonda Barlow, been a while, girl, says hey T and everyone. So, but yeah, but you just try to keep your head up. My sister still sells food. She just sells it out her house. She puts it on her Facebook on days she's having it. She cooks. My sister can cook anything for the most part, but she cooks the weird foods that you can't really get everywhere. Like what is I don't eat the stuff she cooks. Some of the stuff she cooks, like tripe. I don't eat tripe, and I even tasted it, and I can tell you that what she had tasted really good, season wise and all of that. I do not like the texture of tripe. I can't eat that. It did not make me want to gag like most stuff does that I don't like, but I just don't want to. I think in my head I don't want to eat tripe. But there are people out here that are looking for people that cook that type of stuff, and most restaurants don't do it. And so that's the kind of, she does regular stuff too, but there are days that she would just sell tripe plates. And that girl make a mint off just selling tripe. They don't even care about no size, and they just want their tripe sandwich. So she cooks some weird things. She'll cook chitterlings. She does collard greens, and these are not hard collard greens. People don't know the secret to making collard greens soft, and it don't have to cook for 40 hours either. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you. I know my mom taught me how to make collard greens, but I'm not going to tell you the secret. If you don't know how to cook collard greens, just go cook some other kind of greens. It's easy too. Good night, Do Yoda. My father loves tripe. My grandmother, his mother-in-law always made it for him. I don't do tripe. And tripe is something that you don't just fry tripe and make a tripe sandwich. That's what most people do, and that's why you don't want to eat it when it's done. That's not how you cook tripe. Don says, Regina, yeah, I hate to say this, but a lot of crooks hiding behind organizations, even churches. You got that right. When I was a little kid, I used to love potted meat. Then I learned how to read. Yeah, I ate potted meat. I ate those little sausage things too. And I ate it as a kid. And then you get away from that kind of stuff. And I've never eaten it. I have no desire to know what's in it. I've never checked into it or anything. But I know I'm not eating that again. I also ate sardines on a sardine cracker. Okay, a saltine cracker. So I ate sardines. I had bought a can of that, thought I was gonna eat it, and I let that can sit in there for a year or so, and then I ended up giving that can to my brother. He ate the crap out them sardines, but I couldn't even pull myself to open that can. I used to eat some weird stuff. It's just now I'm choosing not to eat certain things. And Marie says, I make excellent greens, love collards. Yes, there's a lot of people that don't know how to cook collards, and so they say that they're too hard. And, it's like they're not if you cook them right. Mm-mm. What about Spam? I probably had Spam as a kid, and I didn't like Spam as a kid. So I never did, I probably only tried Spam once. And that's like the staple meat in Hawaii. I'm like, I would just die of no protein if that's the case. Uh-uh. Marie says, my grandmother was Italian, and she made tripes and sauce smell good, but something, but too something for me. I don't know what she's trying to say. But yeah, now that's interesting. I haven't seen it in any kind of sauce. I've only seen tripe sandwiches. It's the specialty in our particular area. So I haven't seen it in any sauce. So that's pretty interesting. Paula says Vienna sausages were good back in the day. Don't make them the same now. Now, see, I don't know that because it's like certain things I ate as a kid, I just refuse to redo. It's like I don't want to mess up my childhood memory of the stuff that I was eating thinking that it was good. And I remember that potted meat, smearing it on bread and everything. And it was like, oh my God. And Regina loves oxtails. Yeah. Spam was and still is huge in Hawaii. People love it or hate it. Yep. Spam is processed ham, but it just tastes so different. I do not like it. It kind of gets like it's chewy, like a chewy fat. And I'm one of those people that don't like any fat on my meat. Like if the fat is in there for cooking, I cut it off. I don't eat any fat meat. Laughing out loud. Some hot dogs, who knows what's in them? And I haven't eaten hot dogs like that either. I'm not really a hot dog fan. If I'm doing anything with a hot dog, it's because I want to make a pig in a blanket. Why? Because I'm a bread lover and I like the croissant roll on it. Okay, so I like the bread. Yeah, and Marie says my mom hated them until I cooked my greens for her and my pinto beans, and that's the same thing I say about people that say they don't like grits. If you haven't had grits cooked the Southern style way by somebody that really know how to cook grits, on the packaging, when they tell you how to cook grits, that's not how you cook grits. You don't cook grits for 5 minutes and then go eat grits. Grits are not supposed to be gritty on the tongue just because they're gritty. They're called grits. They're not supposed to be gritty like that. You gotta cook grits longer than that. Dorsey says, I just bought the pink featherweight. Oh, good for you. I want color so bad. Good for you. I'm torn between keeping this machine. My machine is not a year that matters to any collector, but I just like the fact that it's authentic. My decals are decent. They're not bad. Sue will see it. You can still see the shaping. Some of them are disappearing right here from oils and stuff that from the previous owners. And I don't even know how many owners it's had. But back here, it's all perfect, pristine condition. And I just hate to mess something up just because I like color, you know. But that is too cool. Good for you, Darcy. She said didn't she say, was that her or Darlene that said good night? I thought Darcy said good night, but apparently not. That is too. And Remo says, I know my mom was from Kentucky. Um, and Darcy's saying, I've wanted one since I've seen Teej. And I've been having mine. I don't even know. I should have written down when I bought this featherweight, but I bought it at a yard sale of somebody, and I did not even know the lady. I was coming in from town from teaching something, and one of my friends said that she was at a estate quilters estate sale, and she says, I'm about to leave. She said, but you might want to come. I said, girl, I'm out here on the highway. I'm going to make a detour and come on through there because I was just coming home from somewhere and stopped there, and they had the featherweight. I did all kinds of shopping trying to ignore this featherweight, and still nobody had bought it the time I was there. And she was asking, I think it was at the time was $325, and it had just been serviced and all of that. And so I got it. And then I let it sit because like I said, I wasn't using it. I made sure it worked while I was there. I came home and sold some stuff. I ended up going on Featherweight Shop, ordering all the necessary stuff I thought I needed for it. New 1/4-inch foot, all that kind of stuff. And then I put it up after I did a few string blocks. I would do just string piecing on it. So I'm trying to get back into using it so I can make this my travel machine instead of taking my Bernina and stuff like that. So it's because that thing is so heavy. It's so heavy. I love sewing on my Bernina. I love sewing on my baby like Elagio, but they are so heavy to carry out of here. This one here is heavy. It's the same weight as that Bernina. And this one has never been out the house once it came in. I was like, we're not taking that anywhere. Potted meat was good with sauteing crackers. Yep. Potted meat with mustard. And Good says, I can relate. I used to eat a lot of tuna in Hawaii, and I could not do it currently. Now, I still can do tuna. And I guess because tuna is one of those things that you can fall back onto when you're doing a diet. I can just take tuna in water and don't have to put anything on it and just put it on the greens and whatever salad dressing is just enough to I can eat tuna like that. So I can eat tuna straight out the can, just put some mayo on it and some black pepper, because I've made myself be accustomed to eating that whenever I've been dieting, because I don't eat so many other things on the diet plan. Fried spam, oh my gosh, and Vienna sausages was a staple, but I no longer partake. Oh my God, yuck, that texture is bad. Yep. Spam is the worst. Love grits with eggs over easy. See, I like eggs in my grits too. And I like some cheese and some butter. But I can eat just buttered grits. I don't have to have all the other stuff if you cook them right. If they're hard, I don't eat them. If I go to a restaurant, I test them sometimes and see if I can eat their grits. Let me know if you're really a good restaurant or not. Especially if you're claiming to be a southern restaurant. Rhonda says, as a Peace Corps volunteer in Jamaica in the late 80s, I learned to eat canned corned beef, sardines, and mackerel. Never had it before or after those 2.5 years. Yeah, you were just in survivor mode, girl. I never liked Vienna sausages, not potted meat either. I do eat spam. I eat hot dogs. So, yeah. Dorsey says that machine was only $200. Girl, you gone. That's pretty cool. Somebody, like, people pass, and then the family members that don't sew, like, you know, that we make the quilts for $50, they have no idea what something is worth. So that's good for you, girl. I would have bought that one too. I'd have had a pink one sitting here, okay? Because I just love color. Y'all know I love color. I'm off to 10 o'clock. We all know that, but y'all trying to ignore it, right? And Teresa says their power is still out. Oh my gosh. Eric talking about he heard Hawaii or spam. That's Hawaiian steak. Yeah, but not for me. Is grits like polenta? I don't know because I haven't had polenta, but it might be if it's something come from the Amish. I don't know. Yeah, and that's what Marie says. She's not. She's from New York, so she wasn't originally from the South, but moved to the South and learned how to cook a few things. Yeah, it's different. It's amazing how the different regions cook different things, and then even just growing up in your family, your nationality determines certain things you eat too. So grits, bacon grease over the grits, and 2 eggs over easy and toast. I'm in heaven. Yeah, girl, that's the breakfast right there. Okay. Paula SST, are there any good southern restaurants or barbecue joints we can visit while at retreat? The problem is COVID is affecting a lot of stuff going on. And I've been working so hard trying to find southern places or Cajun places that have really good food. And then when I tell them how many people we have, the most they can do is 8. And it's on a Friday night that I'm trying to bring people. So we're just having difficulty with a place. And then I thought I was going to be able to take us. We have a park called Tower Grove. And on Fridays last year, it was, well, in previous years, it was almost like every Friday they had Food Truck Friday. You can just go to Tower Grove. And I thought that would be a great excursion because you could test different foods around St. Louis area. And then I go look at the schedule today. And I send to Kevin a note. I'm like, Kevin, they're not having Food Truck Friday. The Friday we're having retreat. They had it yesterday, and they're having it 2 weeks from now, but they're not having it next week. So yeah, so I'm torn on what to do about food at this point. So it's still open. So I have no idea what we're gonna do. We may just have to just go to a spot that has many restaurants, and people can pick and choose where they want to eat. That's all I can think of right now. And I was trying not to go too far from the venue because if I got people transporting people to eat, I don't want people driving all the way across town. So the area that we in is not conducive to Southern style cooking, New Orleans style cooking, or barbecue joints. Those are on the north side of the St. Louis area, and we're on more the south side of St. Louis area. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to be driving across town to take people to a particular restaurant. And then some people were mentioning asking, can they go to Ted Drew's? And that's on the south side. So it's like, I'm not going to go north and then go back further south to come back. And it's just too much driving. And gas is expensive right now, too. So, yeah. Fry some spam and eggs. That's what they were talking about, but I'm not eating spam. It was just kind of chewy for me. Too chewy. That's Eric in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I just want to remind people that it's possible that I might come on Tuesday, just impromptu for live, not necessarily wait for people to come in, not expecting a whole lot of people to be in the live because it's going to be at a different time. There will not be a live on Wednesday because I'm going to be on a bus, preferably on a dark bus, possibly watching Downton Abbey. That's what I'm hoping. And what else? That's the bus. So that's Wednesday. Saturday at noon, I will not be live with Kevin the Quilter. We did June and July's live in May. We did those blocks for June and July in May because I knew we weren't going to be able to meet because we're going to be at retreat at noon. Kevin and I and 26 other quilters will be eating lunch in the cafeteria. So we will not be live. So you won't see a live chat at noon. Also, you will not see a live chat Saturday night because that's going to be when we're recording the show and tell for quilt retreat or people telling what they sold and or bought. If they chose, you can show and tell whatever you want to show and tell. That's up to the person. And so we'll be doing that on Saturday, and then having like closing stuff going on. We're going to be swapping some album blocks and things like that. So yeah, we will not be live next Saturday at 8 p.m. as well. So the next officially scheduled live is going to be the following Wednesday, which is 20, 21, 22. June 22nd will be the next official live. But I might come live Tuesday for a bit just to show you people getting set up. I might come live on Wednesday while we're doing the daytime, while we're at Missouri Star Quilt Company. Just might do a quick little live to let people see that. And yeah, that's kind of what's going to happen. I can't tell you what other times I might come live because I'm going to be teaching class and doing shop hop driving and all kinds of other retreat functions that's got to happen. So just nothing officially scheduled for next week. Kind of like T is off on vacation, but I'm not. I'm working harder than ever. So thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate the Teaquilters that are coming. We've got 11 states represented. We do have a lot of people from Missouri, but not all of those Missouri people are from the St. Louis metropolitan area. Some people are on the west side of the state. So I appreciate everybody that's coming to retreat. Appreciate you willing to take your vacation time to spend time with us. And I am so looking forward to it. And if Joe Carmel is still here, you are Kevin's table mate. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So you two can get ready to just cut up, okay? So you can make Kevin act bad so I can look really good. Okay? Bye, everybody. Good night. You all stay blessed. Be safe and quilt out.